We're live.
Hi
Let me.
everyone.
Okay. Oh, so it's live now? Would you amplify on your Twitter too?
Oh, sure.
Nice. So, hey guys, finally Lion is here and I'm Shubit. How are you guys doing? So, to give you guys brief introduction of Lion, he's the analyst from Fisher8 Capital, and we've been knowing each other like quite a while, right?
Yeah, maybe 2 years. About
To,
I think since you joined Alpha actually. Yeah.
then a year, like less than a year.
Oh, it felt like 2 years. I'm sorry.
Because we're in crypto, that's like, so yeah, so we've been knowing each other from Twitter first and then met in real life during the token, and we realized that, oh, I like this guy, he's so smart, and then like then we became more closer and like we talked to each other for like a few random shits, and then we're here. So I want to ask you one question. So hi Lai Yuan, give us quick intro of yourself.
Oh yeah. So I work for investments at Fisher8. So my day to day is finding trade ideas and managing some assets. We also do a lot of the VC side of Fisher8. So most of the VC deals go through the analysts, and we make a bet on them and work closely with our podcasts to make sure that they are able to deliver on their vision. Yeah, so that's the high level what we do. Yeah.
Fire. Then how's your portfolio doing?
Oh man. I I've been quite defensive. I caught some good trades throughout the year. I My account got wiped on 1010, a small amount there, but still building and trading. Yeah, markets are quite forgiving, so just don't give up. You can make it back. Yeah.
Really? I just shorted Bitcoin at the generational bottom and bought Google, top blasted Google at the generational top.
It's the top important for now. So
So today on the stream we will talk about the investment trading side. So like this is a title, how am I not fired yet? So like this is like my suggestion was this. Like how am I not fired yet? Like this is like the suggestion. This is the vibe that I wanted to give. But after receiving the whole slide from him, now it became this is how am I not fired yet? Like just like this is this is the vibe of the title today. So let's get into this right away and show you and tell you guys crypto VCs on the market. Our first question is this. This is like all the question is coming from me, my genuine questions to Lion. So alts have been in top spot recently. From your perspective, how are VCs approaching this environment? And I would also love to hear what you are observing from peers and other funds.
yeah, so it's been quite a brutal market for everyone actually. Um, so how VCs make money is we invest in the project. We take a long lockup. So after TG, maybe we have a 1 year cliff, and only after 1 year that we see some tokens strip to our wallets, and we can start to sell and return to our LPs. That's a business of VCs, right? Um, this is a problem when every single token is down black over 1 year. So when your VCs get their unlocks, they're probably underwater on their previous rounds. So yeah, and if you look at the altcoin index, I think everything is down like 60-70% over 1 year. Um, yeah, so this is data from, I think, the blog. I can link it later. I forgot where I got it from. Yeah,
Holy shit. Minus 70%?
yeah. So this is the benchmark.
80%? Oh, my top gaming tokens, they're cooked. Okay, deep in 68%. Top 30 tokens, they're top 30, but still almost minus 20%. This is wild, bro.
Yeah. So it's been quite bad. Of course, that index doesn't capture the newly TGE tokens from VCs. Those are actually down more, but
Oh,
it's quite a
shit.
good benchmark for VCs that invest in these teams. Yeah. So yeah, we're all down. Um, Maybe it's down because we TG at a price that's too high.
Uh-huh.
There's a bit of an overvaluation there, and you think about it, it just means that there's a lot more private demand than public demand for a lot of these coins, and
Mhm.
when you price your TG too high, you just destroy the chart. Yeah.
True.
Oh yeah, and so a lot of people say, oh, VCs are cooked. Let's do liquid strategies instead. So even liquid funds aren't doing that well. Uh, Yeah, so this is actually from Otto's data fund. They published together with Presto Research. Highly recommended follow. So
Mm.
this is actually October data. It hasn't even had the November returns yet.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah. So let's say you're a altcoin heavy fund, right? You're probably benchmarking against the fundamental fund bucket. So year to date,
Mhm.
yeah, up 6.4%. The second one. Yeah.
6%. Okay. This is like way less performing than an S&P 500, like T-bill ish.
Yes.
Like T-bill, there's no risk, but still we can get like about like 5%. Like liquid fund, like they are very aggressive, and year today 6%. It's not their fault. It's not 100% their fault, but okay,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Actually, I would argue that 6% is quite good when everything is down 70%. So
That's true. Okay. Liquid funds are still holding up well compared to other altcoins. They're like minus 70%, especially gaming, 84% still. Liquid funds are, I would say, profitable. Profitable by 6%. This is actually not bad. Okay, Bitcoin
yeah,
plus funds like 0.21% to 1%. Okay, even Bitcoin holders, main Bitcoin fund benchmark funds are struggling 0.21%. That's wild.
yeah, no one's having a good time. Yeah. But crypto VCs are still deploying. So the number of fundraising rounds actually went down last year. So that means the number of projects that managed to get money from crypto VCs,
Mhm.
but the total amount of money raised actually went up. So the green line is the count, and the blue line is the amount of money that's raised.
Oh, less count but more capital.
Yeah. So I think what that means is that crypto VCs are just a lot more selective about deploying VC checks now, and they are more willing to buy up very expensive projects. So, for example, like Kaushi,
Mhm.
Polymarket, these things get a lot of VC funding at very, very high valuations.
Right. So, like, Mega East ICO, like I thought we were all poor, but like crazy amount of money was like flowing in. I was like shocked. Oh my god, these people have money, but they just choose not to buy anything. I felt that cheated. I thought everyone is poor now after 1010. That's why we're not like we don't have all season, whatever. But it turns out that they have a lot of money, but they just don't want to buy crypto. But it seems like I can read that, like just like retail people, also VCs, they want to be very conservative. They want to just be very right. That's why they're like top lossing calcium polymer. I should not say top lossing, but still, I can tell. I can tell. So
Yeah. There's a lot of cash on the sidelines, even though everything's down. There's a lot of cash. Yeah. So I like making jokes about the state of the markets. So the guy on the right is one of the godfathers of AI today. He went on a podcast with Dwakesh recently talking about the limits of AI training.
Like
And
completely.
yeah, the whole podcast was him saying, I have no idea. We need research again. I was wrong. Yeah. So
Oh,
um
I like this one.
yeah. So I think that's kind of where crypto VCs are finding themselves now.
Mhm.
A lot of the markets, they don't seem to buy the things that VCs buy. And of course, there's a lot of challenge in this because, so let's say a VC invests in a project today. By the time that project actually TGs and gets feedback from the public market, it can be 3 years later. So if
True.
you can't even predict like 6 months down the road, it's hard to predict 3 years later, right? So
Mhm.
of course, a lot of VCs look like they're wrong, but that's just how the market is.
So
Um,
like now they're aping these projects, but the time when they will going to shine is after 2 to 3 years. So meta might shift it. But aren't you guys are shifting the meta? I thought VCs are shifting the meta, not the market.
uh, I
Like
think
manipulate meta, no?
no, I think it's a survivorship bias thing going on there. It's just
Oh,
that all the new meta looks like it's funded by VC. So you think that VCs are shifting the meta, but actually most VC investments don't do well.
because if you go to fashion industry, it, the color of this year, everyone just know which color they were going to choose. I don't know. They gather first and choose it first. I don't know. That's how I come up with the new trend. So when like Chanel or Louis Vuittons are doing their show, they look alike. It's because they already know what they want to make a trend next time.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it is like very common. So like the color, like color of this year, color of to 2025, the like shoes design, like so on. These are all kind of manipulated by some luxury brands because they already know what they want to push. But it's not happening in crypto.
Yeah, I think in crypto the fashion is determined by which project is giving out swag. So yeah, like there's a lot of like Uniswap swag. Yeah, everyone's gonna wear Uniswap swag for the next year. Yeah. Um. Oh, sorry. That's a yeah. So yeah. So I think crypto VCs will still buy stuff. The trend that's most likely to stay, I think still RWAs. So that sector should remain hot. Yeah.
What were you like? Can you remember yourself back in 2023? What was the thing that you were most bullish on back in 2023?
I think in 2023 I was most bullish on DeepIn stuff actually.
Depend.
Yeah.
That's why
Um,
you're a die-hard shilling grass.
oh yikes. I think DeepIn's interesting use case of crypto. The economics of DeepIn's just take a while to show through.
Mhm.
And I still remain quite bullish on a lot of DeepIn stuff that I follow. Yeah.
What are like maybe like name two of them?
So I think most obviously I'm quite bullish on grass. I think grass. Okay, so you think about what DeepIn is. Um, DeepIn is basically trying to use crypto incentives to make something that requires many people to participate in to make it work, right? So
Mhm.
Grass is data scraping because you can't ban a million different IP addresses, but you can ban um, data servers. So with that, Grass allows you to scrape large parts of the web without being blocked. This is an advantage over the Web 2 versions of data collecting companies. So the revenues are quite good. It seems quite cheap for what it is and the growth that it has had. But it has suffered a lot because of uh, some lack of communication from the team earlier. Cause I like the
Mm.
team, but you got to be honest with your investments. You know what can be better, what should be worked on. Yeah, uh,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay, like what's the difference between AWS and Grass?
So so let's say I have a website
Mhm.
that has certain content, right? If I see a million requests coming to my website trying to get data, right, I can actually it gets blocked, especially when all the requests are coming from a similar IP. Yeah. So if you are trying to scrape data for training AI models or whatever it is, right? You can't rely excessively on AWS server that uh, uses a few IP addresses to keep going to the same pages. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So so they have many clients. So like one thing I was really wondering was yes, I like deepen projects or AI projects on crypto, but I feel like do they really have clients? Why do they have to use not open source or not Web 2 but so-called Web 3 products? I know it's decentralized, but like I think because Web 3 projects are in early stage, still kind of laggy or bumpy, whatever. So I thought like they might have hard time finding their right clients other than like elder farmers. Like so these deep in projects has actual clients.
Yeah, they some of them do. So airdrop farmers are the supply side of the DeepIn uh, business model. So what DeepIn
Right,
is
right.
that I create a
Mhm.
business. I managed to incentivize a lot of people to provide services for my clients. So it's matching 1,000 different farmers or users to serve a few clients.
Mhm.
Um, so so Grass is trying to get like I don't know, 8 million people with their plugin to scrape data for a few big clients. And it's important. So Grass is a technical boundary that DP in business model overcomes. The other one that I really like is JubeNet. So JubeNet is trying to
GeoNet?
yeah it's
GeoNet. Oh.
GEOD. So what they do is they if you want to mine geode, you have to buy like a satellite dish and put it outside your house or in a farm somewhere where there isn't a lot of satellites. And what it basically does is that it's called RTS tech. So it's a lot more precise than GPS, and you give like centimeter scale precision in positioning. This is very very
Wow.
important, yeah, for things like self-driving cars, robots walking
Oh.
around, and it's very difficult to get all these satellites everywhere because if let's say I am a single company trying to set up satellites in every part of a dense city, I need to keep talking to the regulators and say, hey, can I get a permit for this? Can I get a permit for that? At every single street,
Mm,
it's gonna take forever, right? So,
true.
um, yeah, so the best way to do it is through DP. So if I buy that satellite, I set it up, I get my geo tokens, it pays off in I don't know, 2 years, 3 years. It's quite good. It's better than a solar panel, right? So
That makes really sense. Like empowering individuals so that they can do what they want to, like they can build what they want to build, or just operate small stuff. Or if you're a business owner, you can actually build something cool for your clients. So now I get it. Now I get it. So your thesis was right. Your thesis was right because grass was doing really well in the early 2025. I remember.
yeah,
So how do you feel when you got it right? Like it's really hard to be right in this space. It's shifting really fast. So how you felt?
I think I think the TC is right, but I mean the 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 investment itself didn't make a lot of money. I don't actually know many funds that were bullish grass that made money.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, let's get back to the crypto VC talk. So, alts are ultimately tied to early stage blockchain projects. Even so, there seems to be very little appetite for buying them at the moment. No one want to buy altcoin at the moment. So, how do you think about this disconnect, and what needs to happen for sentiment to recover as the market and products mature. So I feel like so this whole industry is being led by smart startups, and for those smart startups, they need funding and they need token to sustain their business. But no one everybody want new project or want to have more money flowing into this industry, but no one want to buy their own tokens. So there is like I see the disconnect here. So wanted to listen from your perspective. So yeah.
Yeah. So this is just my perspective. It may not be true, but it's how I view the world.
Mhm.
So, if you think about odd season, right? The first odd coin season, kicked off perhaps in the first ICO phase, 2018,
Mhm.
and then afterwards we went on to DeFi farming, and a lot of the altcoin designs they were actually trying to do something like what Uber did. So Uber was actually loss making for a very long time. Even after the IPO, they were still loss making. And the whole thing about Uber was that, okay, I will run at an operating loss. I will bleed
Mhm.
cash so that I can eventually grow my user base, and our flip profitable. And that's actually the business model for a lot of tech business models now. Like ChatGPT now. ChatGPT is bleeding money, but they still think that they can flip profitable in maybe 2030 or something. And the thing about this kind of thing is that usually only VCs have the ability to stay invested in a project that's bleeding cash to eventually be profitable. So they're all betting on
Mm.
a J curve outcome, right? They're okay to die for 10 years and rise like a phoenix on the 11th year and get like $1 billion payout. Yeah. So I think Uber is a great example because Uber actually IPO'd in 2019, and they were actually um unprofitable at this point. So when they IPO'd, right, it was
Mhm.
actually a price that most market participants agreed on.
Mhm.
And then after the IPO and started trading in public markets, people started to be less bullish on it, and it became a dog uh, asset for many years. It was
Mhm.
only in 2023 when it finally flipped profitable. So I marked that out. Sorry, I should have made the image bigger. Yeah, that they became profitable and the public market started rewarding them for it, and it's up like 2x from the IPO now.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's like so like VIP two VCs, they wait for like 10 years. They can tolerate 10 years.
yeah. VCs are supposed to be able to tolerate years of investment not making money, and
Mhm.
then you have a Uber like outcome. So that's what every VC prays for. But and crypto was trying to do that as well. So you have a lot of like yield farming. They pay out tokens
Mhm.
um, to incentivize usage. So it's quite a similar model for crypto tokens. But
Loki, I
yeah,
don't know if I'm allowed to ask this question,
yeah.
but those VC partners,
Mm-hmm.
they don't stay in one VC for like 20 years, but the result might come after 12 years. Let's say I was working for ABC this year. Let's say I've been working in ABC for 10 years, but I made many investments, but they finally shine after 10 years. So after me leaving the VCs, my portfolios are finally doing well. Then do I get the incentive or I need to give up all those incentives?
I think it depends. It's very subjective. So
Ah, there's no like specific norm, but subjective.
yeah. So for VCs, okay, let's say I am a entry level VC and it's at a normal VC that copies a Web2 VC kind of structure.
Mhm.
Usually I get a base salary and a performance bonus.
Mhm.
And if let's say I invest in Uber and it goes 10x and I was someone that sourced the deal, I may not even get carry on that because I'm not at partner level.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what? How do you calculate the performance? That you said you on top of base salary, you're getting performance salary, performance bonus. How do you calculate that?
I think it's very discretionary. So maybe like, oh, you are young, you're not a partner yet, but you help the partners make out money. Maybe I give you a 3 months
Ah.
bonus. But it really depends. I don't think it's right for me to comment too much on what other firms do. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. I thought because like VCs are all about numbers, I thought there's like very specific, standards or whatever, but it was my fantasy. Okay.
Yeah, it's quite subjective. Yeah. So actually, so I how I view it is that a lot of altcoins are like Uber between 2019 and 2023,
Mm-hmm.
and for the period of time where they are publicly traded, yet not bringing very meaningful profits, the public market will punish them because public market participants, they they are not as diamond handed as VC
Mm-hmm.
holders, right? And VC holders, they don't see their price go down 30% in a week. So maybe that helps them to diamond hand the investment more.
For real. I mean, I was just staking my Bitcoin, but now they're all into CXs or like DEXs, and I can see how much I'm losing every day. Then my mentality is not stable. I feel like, oh my god, I'm losing so much money. But if my Bitcoin were just staked as usual, then I would not suffer this much. So I can clearly see what you mean.
Yeah, it's okay. One Bitcoin is always one Bitcoin. Yeah. Yeah, so I think everyone's dying because of this. That's why people don't really want to beat it. It's just a public market psychology. It's normal. Yeah, and I think one more thing that's been hotly debated on CT is this concept of equities and tokens. It's a very nuanced topic, honestly, and it's not as simple as everyone thinks. There's a lot of context for a lot of different companies when they decide to structure uh their cap structure a certain way, and a lot of these companies are very unfairly punished, in my honest opinion. Yeah. So and it also depends on how you view tokens. So there are many different kinds of crypto assets. So people would say BTC is crypto money. Um, the L ones are utility tokens, and tokens related to DeFi coins can be valued as a fintech kind of valuation book.
Hmm.
So it really depends. You can't just say, oh, no equity is the best, 100% tokens. It really doesn't help the industry at all when you make these kind of comments. Yeah.
Hmm.
So just some examples, right? So if a founder views a token as something that allows the community to grow alongside the product itself as a form
Hmm.
of reward, then usually it's very simple to do like a rev split. And after we do a rev split, we can talk about how much is enough. The answer is never enough, by the way. But yeah, so those are tokens that try to share outside the community.
Hmm.
Then there are those tokens that try to bootstrap activity. So these are things like TPINs, maybe to some extent the perplexers now that's trying to dangle airdrops to potential users. Um, Usually you get a nice price at the very start because everyone's hyped about it, and it's free money. Who isn't excited, right?
Hmm.
But normally that goes bleeds down because there's no bid, and then we can go to the more evil kind of use cases. So some, yeah, um, okay, it may evil to us participants in the market, but some teams they actually do view their tokens as a form of exit liquidity. So usually these are projects that just want to rock, or they know that they can never ever IPO or get an ETF. Uh, okay, like never being able to get an IPO or ETF as a token, but still wanting to distribute your uh, the the economic upside of the project. I think that's still okay. There's a lot of gray markets that need this kind of capital structure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, but there are a lot of bad actors that abuse this, and I think the biggest example I can give is actually XRP. So XRP, yeah, XRP is amazing. Yeah,
Why is
um,
it so like
they, I don't even know how the community is so strong. They are from different planet.
they're from different planet? But if
Yeah,
you look at the XRP chart, then you can be bullish.
yeah,
If
you
you look at
can.
the chart,
Yeah, but the thing is that people are getting excited about things like, oh, XRP acquired so and so company. Oh, this
oh,
company invested in XRP. But it's always the equity vehicle of XRP that gets it. And then the XRP token is like a infinite ICO for them, for Brett Garlic House to get more money.
so
Um,
true.
okay, that's my opinion. It might be misinformed and uneducated. It's my personal opinion. It doesn't represent the opinions of my fund.
I
Yeah,
actually really agree with this categorization. Then how do you categorize hype token?
yeah, I think hype is generational, to be very honest. It has spoiled the market for so many other tokens. So hype is actually a highly capital efficient business. So they are very, very cash flow positive, because
Mm,
the marginal cost of servicing another trade on hype is near zero, right? But
mhm,
they are able to make so much money from trading fees, and
mhm,
because they also don't they no longer need as much money to scale and build the business, simply because they have made so much money,
mhm.
allows them to spend a lot of money on buybacks. Yeah.
True, true. Then how about Anna? Ina.
Ina, yeah, I think Ina's a very interesting one, because Ina is a project that I really like. I like the founder. I like the team. The idea is also very smart. They have great execution. The thing about Ina is that when you really strip it down, um, what most participants will view Ina as is that it's actually just it's kind of like a savings bond kind of thing. Yeah.
Mm,
So it's a fund that
mhm,
does a market neutral strategy, and then
mhm.
the P&L of that strategy, after giving to the USDE stakers, some of that revenue goes to the INA token.
True.
Yeah, and and if you want to put a very high price multiple on that, it becomes very easy for that price to go down when people get disappointed about it. But the upside of ETNA is that um, they are actually building a lot of things to really scale the usage of USDE. It went to nearly 15p at one point of time. So I don't think it's a simple um, I don't think it's a simple fund that you value the P&L off of. Yeah, you kind of have to price in the explosive network effects of USDE. Yeah.
I agree. How about uni?
Uniswap.
Yes.
Uh Man.
Like, I mean, you don't have to categorize it, but I just want to ask your opinion because, I love Crypto Condom and was like really bullish on their fee switch because now they can actually function as just like Uber is, we can bet on Uniswap's future like that. Like, regulations are becoming more friendly and they already switched on the fee and so on. Everybody was so bullish, maybe fun, and they're making a lot of money like as in terms of like revenue. So just like Uber made J curve like Uniswap. Finally, we can see the price then. We can see the actual price of Uniswap. So I was also bullish. So I was also accruing some Uni, but it's like dumping, just like every market is. I can see you typing the Uni chart. I
Oh,
can hear you. What's your
exposed.
thought on like Uniswap and Uni token?
I think Uniswap Labs, they spent a good part of the past 3 years being very misunderstood by everyone. So everyone was
Mhm.
out there saying, "Oh, Uniswap Labs are top tier grifters. The Uniswap
Top
equity
tier
gets all the
grifters.
money." Yeah, and then the uni token is an afterthought. Everyone's just back holding, praying for a fee switch. Um, turns out, they weren't really grifting. They were fighting a lot of legal battles for DeFi as a whole. So
Yeah, they
so
were fighting.
yeah, yeah, they you kind of have to pay a lot of respects for that, right? And what the unification proposal has done is that it showed the market that okay, the entity and the token would go up together now. We no longer have a K-shaped chart where equity is up only and tokens just going everywhere. Yeah. So that's good. There are some people that didn't really like it because they said that they will burn X amount and at the same time they are minting a similar amount. Yeah.
Mm.
So I think we got to see where it goes.
Mm.
Um, in my opinion, I think Uniswap will probably do very well heading into next year. Yeah.
Next year. Bullish, bullish 2026, please.
Yeah. Hopefully.
2026 bullish.
Yeah.
Bullish Q2, please.
Please, we need
Okay,
it.
we need this. Okay. Can you explain further about how? Oh, so I think we finished this slide, right?
uh, yeah, I think a lot of retail investors are very angry with a lot of token projects, and rightfully so. A lot of them are burned very badly. This is not healthy at all. If the average person on the street thinks crypto is a never gonna win kind of investment and it's full of inside scams, that's not very good for the industry. So we need to do something about it to make it better. Yeah.
When Lai Yuen found their arc.
I'm a very bad founder. Yeah. Yeah. I know myself. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm waiting for Lai Yuan's founder arc though.
It's okay. Oh yeah. So this is a joke I made. Some founders that I know of, they like my tweet. I'm not gonna dox who like my tweet, but I think these tweets spoke quite a bit with a lot of founders.
Hmm.
Um, so so a lot of founders they are actually very long term oriented. Yeah, their projects are actually like their pride and honor. It's like a child to them. So when when the market causes their token to go down like 10% a week, and everyone's out there calling them a scammer,
For real.
calling them all sorts of things, it's it doesn't do anyone any good, right? um and the way that crypto has evolved, because we are so retail centric and a lot of crypto investors are very emotional and very leveraged, you get all these kind of situations where it gets ugly. So I was making a joke that okay, look, the way we are doing this doesn't make any sense, and I was trying to explain it using Nvidia as an example. So if Nvidia was a crypto coin and the coin went down, you will see Jensen Huang on Twitter Spaces just like you, uh, on Discord typing whack me, we are still building, hodl. GPU still work, you can play your game later.
Oh, this is so funny. And you fight with the people on the Twitter, like reply.
Yeah, yeah,
You fight with your users.
yeah.
They might be not real users. They might not be a real holder, but you need to fight.
Yeah, you need to tell that hey, just because Nvidia is down 10% today doesn't mean that the GPUs don't work. Yeah, it's quite ridiculous, right? It just doesn't make sense. But that's the state of the market. That's crypto, and the latest trend is a ownership coin where people start saying, oh, if I own the token, I am more involved. I get to vote on more control on the project. The founder has to uh, ask my
Answer
opinion on
why.
things. Yeah, and it's so retarded because like dude, the founder's just trying to build something at an early stage. There's so many unknown variables, and 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 when your coin is down 10%, the holders are gonna get, oh, I want you to buy and burn right now. Stop doing this. Make the price go up, please. Right. So yeah, if EVI was an ownership token, I think that they wouldn't be building a next chip. Like they'll be forced to take all the profits, buy back their stock, and ride home. Yeah.
Yeah, I really agree with you. Like you can't just like because there's so many people just complaining from everywhere for about like everything and just ask me to buy back and burn. So it's hard to really focus. But like bro, Jensen Huang, he is now talking about price on their
Oh,
PR side.
yeah, it's
Remember
bearish.
this bearish. But you know what? He's holding more than 3% of whole Nvidia. So if you are the dev who is holding more than 3%, then you gotta be emotional.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
It's
not even a like shit coin, but it's like 4 trillion.
yeah,
If it's like 7% down because like stupid Google, then I would be like very annoyed because we are the best. And he said, "Okay, okay, cool, but you know what? Google also need to use us." Like that was cute,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I kind of feel him, Jensen Huang, about the dev talking about the price. I feel him. I feel him. So
yeah.
let's talk more about buybacks.
Oh, yeah. So I think we talked about this earlier. Yeah, Hype has I think 93% rev buyback. It's an exception. It's not the rule. I think crypto people need to calm down about buybacks. So if,
Okay,
even
Hype is doing well, but calm down. You guys are not Jeff.
no, as in like not everyone is Jeff. Jeff and not everyone can be like hyper liquid, and that's okay. It's
That's okay.
fine, right? Yeah. So
I mean, like there are many people who think VCs are the top tier grifter because all they do is like take my money and then do nothing and later they dump the token. That's some how some people view VCs. But talking to you is really refreshing because you are really thinking from the founder's perspective. And like the whole thing you've shared for now, like it's all about like you guys need to give them time. Some founders are actually trying to build some shit like that actually cool shit. So we need to cool down. Like the reason why some like Uber's investor, the reason why they could make that the amount of money was because they diamond handed and they could tolerate. Like so I think now it's really refreshing and kind of touched by you as a VC because you really care about the founder and you really think from the project's perspective. So this is really, really refreshing and kind of touching moment for me.
oh, thanks. Founders out there, please send me your decks.
Send send him a deck. Send him your deck right now.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So yeah, I think people should just stick to growing the business, and everyone will be happy at the end of the day. Yeah. Yeah. So there are a few ways to get out of this rut that we found ourselves in. There are a few nice people that try to do this. TR research from uh, can't remember what's the name of his fund. I'm sorry, but yeah. So he tried working with some of the KOLs like OX Lewis to make a crypto transparency dashboard with Blockworks. I think that was great because at the end of the day, while there are a few good founders out there that are unfairly punished, there is a lot of scams, and you need some kind of investor protection. And we didn't have that for the past 3 years because of Gary Gensler. Yeah. Um, yeah,
I miss him actually. I miss him.
yeah, he was just a cop in town. Like when he was there, everyone was scared to do crime. But now that that cop has gone away, and people think that there's no longer any cop in town, they're doing crime. But crime's still
True.
illegal, right? You'll get caught one day. Yeah,
Yeah, one day. That's a really good point. One day.
yeah, one day. Maybe next year, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah. And yeah, so market structure deals also in the works. So that's coming out like next year. So
Mhm.
hopefully that brings a lot of trust into the industry. Yeah,
Let's go.
let's go. And yeah, and honestly, to a lot of founders get it, they can actually start doing things to help themselves out of this. Simple things like investor relations. So I think you mentioned that Jensen Huang was out there telling everyone, oh yeah, Google's good, but we're still good. These things are very common in stocks. You can actually have like a dedicated team to talk to sell side analysts to say, okay, this is why it's bullish. This is what's happening. These are corporate revenues. This is what we think of the market, and these things are all public. They come out at least quarterly or special announcements. I
Mhm.
think crypto should do that. Like it's an easy win. Why do you not want to do that? Right?
Easy win.
Yeah, just hire a guy, give him the top ChatGPT subscription, let him
Mhm.
cook, right? And of course, because crypto is a bit unregulated in terms of market structure, you have a lot of MM scams. So you have a cast of MMs that go to projects and they're like, hey, I will make your coin go up in price, risk free, just sign me up. And
Bro, what
then
I heard is that in real time while during the call,
yeah,
VCs show they how they pump the token. So this is how we do it. And then in front of the founders' eyes, they just pump the token.
uh,
That I heard that case.
yeah,
Only some of MMs do that, but some of MMs, some others like they're really legit. But this is the actual case that I heard from the founders.
yeah, yeah. It's quite common, and all of these MMs they have unknown names. So as Wintermute gets a lot of unfair hate because that's the only market maker that most of CT can identify. So everyone blames them because it's the first name. But
Winter
actually,
did it.
yeah,
What?
everyone blames them, but they are actually quite okay. Um, so if founders want to get to show the community that hey, my AMs are normal, they're they're chill. You can actually sign a Coin Watch. Shout out to them. So Coin Watch is a
Coin watch.
tool. I can say a link after this, but it's a tool that founders can use to work with their NMs to ensure that the NMs are indeed giving the sell side and buy side quotes and they're not trying to do anything funny. Yeah, it's a good signal to send out to investors that hey, I'm a project and I have legit MMs. The MMs are doing their job. If the token reacts funnily, it's the market. It's not my MMs. Yeah.
Mm.
It's an easy win, right? So why not? Um, yeah, and we have seen some projects starting to take investor relations very seriously. So recently,
Mhm.
there's a Grass token holders call,
Mhm.
the Blockworks token transparency framework, and we have some tokens like Meteora and Jupiter. They have their investor channels that give updates about this month this unlocked, this is where the wallet is. Don't worry, we're not selling. This month I made this much. It helps the market. Yeah,
Okay. Hiring IL, I mean investor relation. That's the key. That's the key.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And shout
Please,
out to
please do.
Soju. We did a date once.
Oh, how was it?
It's you can actually see our date.
Oh, is there a second date coming?
Not really
uh
sad. I'm
Sorry.
not going to Met Abu Dhabi, so I couldn't able to arrange the second date.
uh Next week I think. Yeah, I'm quite excited for it.
Okay. Outside of crypto, how are you thinking about the broader macro and equity markets right now?
I think they had top signals everywhere. Come on.
Mhm.
There, there was an article that was going viral yesterday, talking about how people in the US military were degenning shitcoins and crypto. And then
Mhm.
near the army bases, you see many new Porsches and Humvees. Um, those are uh, small examples, but if you look at the numbers, right, equity
Mhm.
debt margin. So that means people are using leverage to buy stocks in the TradFi world, right? Is at its highs. Allocations for like rich people for towards equities also at its highs, and stock markets carried by a few select names. So these things are signs of market bubble forming usually. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, but it doesn't mean you're pop though. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Bro, you said we're in a bubble, but why Bitcoin just went over 87K? I shorted. Why is already 87.4K? We're in a bubble?
Yeah, that's why it's going up.
Oh shit. That's true. Okay, okay. I was just checking the chart. Okay.
Um, yeah. So actually, it's quite weird because a lot of the reasons we bullish for crypto has come. We're not really pumping, and at the
Mhm.
same time, a lot of the extinction level events are coming. So we had the macro strategy fart yesterday. We have things like, um, and there's a lot of things that could have broken crypto, but
Bro,
we didn't die.
MSCR is
Yeah.
cooked, isn't it?
For next 2 years, they're not. Yeah.
For the next 2 years, they are not cooked?
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah.
Oh.
I think. Yeah.
So they're raising more money, selling their stock to give some money to their existing investors and selling Bitcoin to have accrue more.
No, no, they're not selling Bitcoin. So how it works is that
Oh. Mhm.
they sell a preferred equity. So it's like a debt instrument. Tells you,
Mm.
all right, this gives you 10% dividend yield. Give me your money, and then they will give you 10% yield at the end of the year. They take that
Mhm.
money and they buy BDC. So the
Ah.
underlying BDC on the treasury goes up. So it pushes up the MNEF, hopefully. That's what they're trying to do. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they will only ever sell BDC if they don't have cash to meet the liabilities of
Mm.
the preferreds that they sold, and NAV is less than one.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I remember that. So like the like so yesterday, like 10 p.m., the price was like going really down. Then Sailor just announced it. Oh, no worries, we're gonna sell like blah blah, and then the market revived. I remember that moment.
yeah. There's actually a very great thread by, I can't remember his handle. It's this black knight chess piece. Uh, I can send it to you later as well.
Okay, so
Yeah, so he went into a very deep analysis about what happens to MSTR.
I didn't really have chance to like thoroughly read what's going on, but what I heard is like MSTR is pretty cooked, and Bitcoin might suffer a little bit due to MSTR because like they were the great buying pressure, but it's got a little weaker. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I mean, if the buying pressure from MSTR is reduced, then you would get a slower rally.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I found the tweet. I can send it to you right now. You want?
Yes, please. Let's read it together.
All right, I sent it to you. His name is Sprick Away. He's a great follow. I quite like his content.
Spreak.
Yeah, yeah, this one. Yeah, so he goes into it's very very long. He's trying to explain how the vehicle is structured, and what scenarios that under what scenarios will this loop break, and he's trying to lay out the three possible ways that it can break, and what happens in the three ways. I think it's good to read it. Yeah, I think it's okay to share with your followers and let them read it like 10 times. Yeah.
10 times. I just left it as a reply on our streaming. So those who want to check out, you guys can read it by yourself. And I will also take my time to read it. Thanks for sharing, Lai Yuen.
Uh,
And okay, let's talk about this part.
all right. So so a lot of equity investors were actually quite scared about the AI capex boom. So what's been happening in TradFi is that there's a lot of money that's invested into hyperscalers. So these guys are the ones that buy the NVIDIA chips and rent out compute to the AI labs, right? And then it's a daisy chain of financing on debt to build things. So what will happen is that if one guy defaults on his debt and he cannot pay the next guy cannot pay the following guy, and then the whole chain collapses. So that's what everyone's scared about. Um, just last week, Trump announced Project Genesis, so they call it the Manhattan Project for AI, and
Mhm.
that the government will come in and invest heavily in AI. So what this send what this sends as a signal to the market is that, hey, if someone in that value chain collapses, don't worry, they'll be built out. It's okay.
Mm.
Let's let the party continue, right?
Mhm.
So I think people that are calling for end to the AI capex boom, they are a little bit invalidated.
Mhm.
But
Mm.
if you were to say that this AI boom will cause a white collar recession and cause 20% of analysts, office workers, and entry level grads to lose their job, and then this will cause uh, recession. Okay, I believe you. And the scary thing is that I don't see many people talking about this. Yeah, it's quite crazy for you to say, okay, I think my neighbor will lose his job, and I don't
Mhm.
think I'll lose my job, and everybody thinks that way, and that's how Trump won, right? Trump
Oh.
Trump was when the French guy that was betting on Trump, he did a post. He asked people, "Do you think Trump will win?" They said no, and then he asked them, "Do you think your neighbor will vote for Trump?" And they said yes, and that's how he bet on Trump winning. So it's kind of the same thing going on. Yeah.
Mhm. Yes. So, like, I want to like mention two stops. One, um, so for real, my friends, they're losing their job. It's so hard for fresh grads to get a job. Like, it's really happening, guys. It's really happening. But at the same time, because we're not as poor as our mother or grandmother generation, they just refuse to work. So now, like back in the days when we don't have money, we just go to McDonald's or wherever and do part-time job to feed ourselves. But now people just choose not to do anything and they just to gamble. So this is really happening while the whole GDP and market is going up. Like for example, Kosdaq, which is a Korean Nasdaq, is it was all time high few weeks ago. It's like dipped like 5%, which is like huge dip though. But like regardless, like the actual market situation and the stock price, back in the days it used to like couple, like it should be going together, but now it doesn't really have any relevancy anymore. And what I heard is that now for the actual GDP and for these companies to survive, retail users buying power does not matter that much. So more and more company tend to focus on hyper rich people because regardless of the market situation, they just buy stuffs. They have buying power. They were willing to buy. For example, like five-star hotel chains, they only run five-star hotels, like four-star or three stars. All of them are all chain. Like what's that? Franchise. So they're just selling their names, not they're not actually owning. And the reason why they're running in this way is because it's way more lucrative for them. They don't have to compete with Airbnb, whatever. And these people, retail users, us, we are vulnerable. Like we do care about actual market situation. When the market is down bad, I mean like actual market, not the stock market, we tend to travel less and we want cheaper option. But for them, they don't want to have that risk, so they're just selling it. But hyper focus on five-star hotel for their branding and five-star hotels, they're forever lucrative because they have stable consumer consumer base and they look for really Gucci, like very bougie thing. And like those like luxury brands, they are not really suffering like that much. They yes, they have hard time, but like for those Hermes level and Chanel, they never have issue because rich people always have buying power. And other than that, like these companies are the client of other companies. So for that company to make money, retail users does not really matter. So it's actually so scary that countries and those enterprises, they don't really have to care about us because we are not crucial for their developing engine. So we are not really relevant to their growth. Like this is like really scary, and I think AI is also adding more power. Like it's like speeding up this trend. Like this is one thing that I really wanted to comment because it really I just remembered this while listening to yours. And
Oh,
second one, I forgot, so I'll just skip it.
yeah. But yeah, that's I didn't know that Korea was having such a situation. It's cool.
Yes, we're suffering. We're suffering. But
Oh,
I just see the same thing happening in US too.
oh yeah, Black Friday. There was a stand on Black Friday, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So, yes, thanks for sharing. And from a personal investing standpoint, so for this like whole thing, it was more of a Fisher8 Capital's analytics, like Yuen's perspective, but this is more of a your individual point of view. Like, how are you navigating this downturn? And are there any sectors you still find interesting or see as undervalued?
Okay. This sounds cliche. So this is a part where I convince my boss to let me keep my job. So spending I'm actually spending a lot of time um, finding new ways to make things more efficient. Writing, journaling more trades and trade ideas. Reading into a lot of new things outside of crypto as well. So I've been reading a lot into nuclear energy, uh, some of the more frontier science stuff. Uh, yeah, so it's quite interesting world there. Yeah, and I've been keeping a lot of cash on the sidelines, luckily, just to prevent myself from having liquidation in real life. That's the worst thing. I
True.
Yeah, I think stable farms are quite dangerous now because the prices are all down. So maybe not worth the risk to do it in size. Yeah. And then I'm buying like coins that I like. Yeah.
You're
So
buying coins like what
that I like. So these
that you
coins.
like?
So I think I might be wrong that I'm buying Uber in 2021. Kind of, kind of thinking.
Ah, that kind
Um,
of thinking. Okay.
yeah. I might be right. I might be wrong. I don't know. So just gotta limit your bet sizes to make sure you don't die if you're wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite tickers?
I like shuffle a lot. so
Shuffle.
so shuffles okay for to be clear, shuffle is incubated by us. We played a big part in it. It is a project that I think is interesting because the revenues for Shuffle does not correlate to crypto market weakness. So Bitcoin can go to like I don't know 50K, 60K, hopefully for your short, and and people still gamble online, right? So I think these kind of businesses where you have a revenue source that's not related to crypto market cycles, it's a good thing to buy because you
Wait, so
yeah
Shuffle's users are not just crypto people, but actually like just normies too?
yeah yeah.
How did you guys target normies?
Um, I'm not on the operation side, so I don't know what magic they did there. Yeah,
Oh,
but I'm
because
seeing some shuffle ads on my Instagram. So yeah,
oh, I used Shuffle like 2 years ago. It was
okay.
good because I was able to just use my XRP to start gambling. And I remember if I add like $200 worth of XRP, then the platform was giving me $100 back, like same amount of money back, so I can gamble more. So it was like first dopamine points for me, and second, like you guys have so many games, but games are all super simple. So all I have to do is like click, click, click. In Korean, click is 딸깍. I was like 딸깍, 딸깍, and then I won like $30, like $100, and suddenly I lost like $1,000. I
Oh,
remember that. No, I so the thing is like shuffle. The thing about shuffle is that it was not really letting me lose $1,000, but I lost like the amount of money that I earned. So it's not that crazy amount so that I can like tolerate. But at the end, I just, I lost all my money, but I earned it back from the airdrop. So
Oh,
like
that's
I
nice.
remember because like it was 2 years ago and it was like very smooth in terms of user onboarding because I was able to like add Solana, Ethereum, XRP, even XRP. So I really like that. And I like that if I add like $200, then I get $200 back. So I have total $400 to gamble. And all the games were super easy and variety of options. So I remember that. I remember like gambling together with my friends in cafe and we called it airdrop farming, but we were like absolutely fucked up by our dopamine. But I got airdrop, so it was cool. And it was like really good to know that Shuffle, the project that I enjoyed gambling on, is actually incubated by your company.
uh, yeah. We yeah. Anyway, you're just
Okay.
one gamble away from making it back. So
Okay. It's actually crazy that you guys eh, made it to expand to normies. Hmm.
yeah, because the thing is that crypto's really the best casino with the max dopamine. It's kind of hard to outcompete crypto dopamine, to be very honest.
True.
Yeah,
And thing about crypto people is that they chase efficiency too much. Once they think, okay, it's overfarmed, then they just don't do it at all.
yeah, yeah,
So regardless of the quality of product, many users, I would say, like 30% of crypto people, they're here to make money, not just have fun. So they really care about the efficiency. So though they like the product, though they think it's promising, they look for some more newer one. They just move on, move on, move on. So it's really hard to make them stay.
yeah. It's tough. Yeah, so Shuffle was able to retain the user base after the airdrop. In fact, we grew. The
Mhm.
business is doing quite well now. We're making about
Magical.
yeah. It's I because I track all the weekly payouts and I map out the revenues for everything. I was like, oh, I can't believe we are growing at this rate. Yeah.
Okay, you're skin in the game then. Didn't really meant to skin in the game, but because you know it so well, now okay, okay.
Yeah.
With all this information, if I'm not buying shuffle, then I'm full. Like so, you came down to this conclusion.
Oh no. Like it wasn't a shield for Shuffle. It's just like buy projects that run by good
Ah,
teams that are investing in their own token, and
true.
bonus points if they make money outside of crypto as well. So things like collector's crypt that does Pokemon cards. I think that's also okay. Yeah.
Is it mobile first right now?
Shuffle.
Yeah,
It's mobile and desktop. Yeah.
desktop.
Yeah.
Because there were only desktop version back in the days. So like users are using mobile version more, or
I honestly have no idea.
I don't know. Okay, just
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, but sorry you lost money. Gambling's bad, you know.
It's okay. I
Yeah.
was there to like farm, to be honest. So
Yeah, it's a trading strategy.
trading strategy.
Yeah. So I think crypto's a little bit undervalued here, because you have a lot of good news coming on, and I think markets are in the apathy phase. They just don't care for now, but the seeds of the next bull markets are really being planted as we speak, and as we cry about prices, they are forming.
Mhm.
Yeah. But you kind of have to be careful, because imagine if you were an investor in 2020 and you think that prediction markets will be the next big thing, and you were right, and then you think, okay, this thing is on Polygon, so I'll full pot matic right now. Yeah, yeah.
Who would do that? Who would do that?
Hey, it's a logical chain of thought, right? That okay, if everyone's gonna do prediction markets and everything is gonna be on Polygon, Polygon will be the most valuable L2. Let's all in matic. I can see someone saying that. Yeah,
Really? Oh my god. I'm
yeah,
so sorry.
yeah. So you kind of can be careful as well. Uh, yeah. I like sci-fi as well. So I'm quite excited for the IPO next year for the drones company Enduro. He used to be
Mm.
the ex Oculus VR guy. Yeah. So quite hyped for that. And I think nuclear energy will be a big investment team going forward. Yeah,
Nuclear energy. Okay.
yeah.
Hmm. What should I buy from Nasdaq if I want to bet on nuclear energy?
There are some nuclear miners out there that you can buy
Miners.
stocks in.
Mm.
Can send you the list of tickers later. It's not
Okay,
investment
okay.
advice. The other way you can invest in nuclear energy is that's cleaner is to find the companies that are actually involved in building the power plants. So just like deeper research and more ways to get the outcome wrong. Yeah. But it's
Mhm.
fun. Equities are fun too. Yeah.
Mm. I actually agree with your take that we should be more bullish on nuclear energy in terms of like investors' perspective because like until 2 years ago, nuclear energy considered evil,
Yeah.
isn't it? People hated nuclear energy like so much and they treat it like as a demon. But I would say it's like a slightly woke era and now oh, woke era, but now it's like balancing back. I'm to be honest, personally, I'm not a big fan of nuclear energy, but I we need to admit the efficiency that nuclear energy is giving to us. So we were here, and now it's slowly coming back. But I do agree that attention that nuclear energy is getting is not enough. Still
Yeah.
early. So yes, like you just reminded me of very good sector. Thank you for the alpha.
All right. No refunds.
No refunds. No refunds. So let's say hi to people who say hi to people who commented for us. Hi CY. He's ex Polygon by he's from Polygon by the way. Hi Hank. Hi and Opa Telmer. 안녕. And Omama ha 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 hi. Chrono Ryan hi. Gemma hi. So this is what we prepared so far. Thanks, Lion, for sharing all the great insights and things that we really need to consider and look back, buy back. How do we need to what are the things that we need to consider when we look at altcoins as a product founder's point of view? How to nurture this industry. You gave a lot of food for thoughts. Oh my god, I'm dying.
Yeah, you seems
So
quite unwell. You should rest.
no, I'm super well today, by the way. I just had McNuggets right before the streaming. Anyway, why no face? Lion, why you're not doxing yourself?
I'm worried to let people know that I don't actually look like White Dog. So
He actually looks like this PFP, this white doggo. He has really bright skin and like doggo face.
you just say I look like dog. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You know, there are people who look like cat, or
Yeah,
there are
yeah.
people who look like a dog. You're more of a dog side.
Oh, thanks.
Yes.
That's nice, I guess. Yeah.
So guys, send him your deck. Send him your deck. His account. Follow him on Twitter, and I think we can call it a day here.
All right. Thanks so much for organizing and having me. And congrats on your new job.
Ah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining today. And thank you so much, guys, who tuned in. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
See
Thank you,
you.
Lion.
Okay, welcome.
Okay. How was it, guys? I was very, very, very I mean, Lion, he is like the guy because we arranged this streaming a week ago, but because like both of us having a really busy days due to our like full-time jobs, we had to like the time when we actually talked to each other was yesterday like 7 p.m. And I was telling him, okay, tomorrow is streaming and I want to ask you this and that question and I'll send you the question list soon. And then I sent him the question at like 10 p.m. But he, because he's like he has many thoughts in his head, like he know what he want to say, so he prepared all the slide like the design wise, actually his design was cooler, more of a like VC vibe. The but to make this stream more base aligned and more entertaining, I wanted to add more memes and like some brand colors. So I edited, but he prepared a whole slide. So by just reading the slide, I was able to learn so much. So why not sharing the slide he prepared? So those who are not really fluent in English, you guys can just read the English or use ChatGPT to read it because there are really good points that we forgot. Like it's like what he called it is like common sense. Like what I was like reading his like slide. Oh my god, you're so why I didn't thought about this, and he was said it's a common sense, and like that was a really good comment. He kind of stated the common sense that we forgot due to dopamine and due to like crypto industry norm. I don't know, like the market tendency. So I think yes, it's really worth reading it one more time. And like he also shared us some good tickers that we might want to check out, and also the overview of MSTR situation. The thread is I left in like left as a reply for the streaming post, so you guys can check it out, and I will also check it out. Okay, thank you for your time. You Malaysia? No, I'm Korean. 레오님, 대레오님 감사합니다. Daily Larper, hi, thank you, congrats on the new role, thank you. Duck Fox, no, I'm not from Malaysia, sadly, but I like Malaysia. Leo, Charming Jean, thank you. Hope you guys have a really good night or a good day, and see you guys on Thursday. But like this interview thing on Tuesday. Bye.